Hi, everyone. Nice to meet you. For those of you who haven't met already, I'm very sorry. Unfortunately, I'm a bit under the weather and I've started to lose my voice. So this is going to be a very interesting session. I'm about 2 octaves lower than usual, and I already have a deep voice to start off with. So that's very fun for today. But as Danielle said, my name is Raakkel Sims, and I run our customer success department at PromoRepublic. So what that means is I work with franchise brands on a daily basis to help them reach their goals year over year on all aspects of local marketing, whether that's from social to data improvements and so on. So I have a plethora of knowledge, and I have the pleasure of working with some fantastic brands across the board in varying industries, which is my favorite part because I learn so much on a daily basis. And I'm here to share that with you. So for today, our agenda is as follows. What impacts customer choices, the top benchmarks that we're seeing in the franchise industry, and the top performers, we're going to shout them out, how to identify growth opportunities, and the solution to find these insights that make them actionable, and all of this based on your marketing data. So very packed, and I'm happy to kick things off. As Danielle highlighted and you're familiar with, we have the chat box. So if you have questions, feedback, etc., feel free to throw it in there. If you just want to say hi, I'm keeping an eye on the chat as well. So starting off with what impacts customer choices online. And I'm sure this resonates with each one of us because we all are searching for pretty much everything online these days. So the first thing is the ease of finding someone. And the second is the information that you have on your product or service. So how complete is your profile? When we're talking about how easy it is to find someone when you're searching online, this has to do with where you're ranking on both desktop and mobile, on both just regular search as well as maps. Over time, Maps has become my primary search engine, but it definitely differs from demographic to demographic on how they're using it. We know the younger demographics searching on TikTok, and the new channels are popping up every day. And the second here where we want to be found is in regards to social media engagement. We are checking if we're looking for a new business, new restaurant, whatever it may be. We're checking if they're posting on social media. We're checking reviews. We're seeing if they're active on the community. And what we mean by that is, are they, liking the comments? Are they giving a thumbs up? Are they taking these what may be simple actions, but to show that there is signs of life, so to speak, behind the profile? And then the second step here is how complete is your listing. So the more information that is located there, the better. And we have a Google expert coming later today who's going to talk all about, the Google specific listings, but the more information that is complete and accurate across all of your listings is going to lead to this better user experience. And tying into local websites as well. We want to find information that is relevant for us and immediately accessible. So all of this rounds out how people are making decisions online. Coupled with the trustworthiness of the business. So we highlighted that engagement in the communities. So we're also keeping in mind the reviews and what is actually being said about your business online. The number of reviews, the responses, the date of last reviews. We want to see that people are going recently and rating it recently and sharing their experiences, and how that aligns across the board, again, tying in accuracy as well as competition. So we know that we're fighting for the online space to attract the customer. And it's really important that you're taking all of the steps that we just mentioned to have accurate information, to be visible, to compete for these strategic keywords and so on, and have a full and robust social profile. So customer choices are really evolving as the social platforms and search engines are evolving their algorithms as well. So we're, as a consumer, being more savvy, which means you as a business and as a franchise business have to be savvy as well. So what is really great about today's data is that At PromoRepublic, our data experts have analyzed the performance of over 10,000 locations across different industries. So we have fitness, retail, home services, the restaurant QSRs, and beauty. And we compare this across three key areas: social, reviews, and search. And we've compiled the reporting that we'll go through, which helps you understand the state of the industry so you can see what is happening in general. You can see where you rank and to find growth opportunities for your franchise locations and to identify your competitive advantages. So this is all about understanding the market. And when we analyze this, there are some franchise brands that are performing consistently fantastic across the three thresholds. Again, that's social, reviews, and search. And we do want to spend some time shouting out the top that we're seeing across the segments. These are people that are just complete time and time again, that are ranking consistently high against the industry benchmarks. So for home services, we see Budget Blinds, Rebath, and ProLift. Pardon me. For health and beauty, we have 100% Chiropractic, Perspire, Sauna Studio, and Cookie Cutters products for hair cutting. And restaurants, we have Wayback Burgers, Clean Juice, and Texas Roadhouse, Fitness, Stride, C1, and F45. And retail, we have Learning Express Toys, Burlow Mattresses, and Wild Beds Unlimited. So really great job, and round of applause to the top performers. And the reason we're highlighting this is obviously not only to shout them out because of the fantastic job that's done across, again, the three sectors of search, social, and reviews, but also for you to look at them to see what they're doing. Is there anything to emulate, and so on? So it's really important not only to see what they're doing, but also how you can improve overall. So what that means for your business is, if you're not one of the companies that we just performed, there's always room for improvement, and even if it's just a millimeter by millimeter. So you can see, you can identify growth opportunities, and you start with data. We know throughout the customer journey, there's thousands of data points left out there for you to analyze, and same with your business. So we want to turn the data that you're gathering at the bottom and bring it into wisdom and identify opportunities and have actionable insights. So the way that we are seeing the top franchise brands do this is by, seeing the data that they have, asking questions, and formulating hypotheses and correlations based on that. Then with the data, they're setting up different reporting and dashboards to see at that high level the aggregates of all of the data that you have. Then when you have this, you're able to identify trends and patterns. You're able to perform analysis and use the industry benchmarks that we have or that are out there to see where you stack. Then identify the competitive landscape, which is again where seeing some of the top performers can come into play. You want to see who your competition is and how they're doing things. And also focus on one metric at a time, because we know that there's so many data points. You can literally measure anything you want these days. So it's really important that you're looking at the core metrics that affect your business and that you would like to enact change in, and start this process from there, because you cannot do everything all at once. That's going to be a headache for you and your teams. So again, we want to see the data transforming into wisdom through this actionable approach. And what we mean by this is we have our newest solution, PromoRepublic Copilot. So we help franchise brands transform their raw data into intelligence for their business that enable them to actually make sense of everything, to take that big mess of all of the numbers that you're gathering out there into a concise and consolidated approach with actionable insights. And this is a combination of our proprietary technology coupled with our amazing data scientists that help you as marketers find these growth opportunities, to find these actionable insights, to take these next steps as a franchisor, at the headquarters, to see what you need to focus on, or even putting it down to the franchisee. You can identify both at the high or micro level to see what needs to change and how it can change for the better. And we handle the data sourcing and analytics for you. So all you have to worry about is what to do with it. There's no more dashboard fatigue, as it says here, where you're not sure where to go. You're drowning in numbers. There's too many metrics, too many inputs, etc. So PromoRepublic Copilot is a really exciting and new solution that we have. And I'm hoping it's going to inspire you. And we know that it's already making a difference in the franchise partners that we have. And the way this works is that we have the step one of collection. So as highlighted, when we compiled our benchmarks, we did the 3 key areas of social, reviews, and search. But we're taking that a step further. So we are looking at social media metrics, review metrics, listing metrics, your competitive metrics, and industry benchmarks. We're compiling them all together. So the second step is for you to get insights in your personalized dashboard where you're able to see absolutely everything in one place and one report. And from there, not only do you have the actual report, but you have the recommendations and insights that we prepare for you based on the franchise industry benchmarks and your specific brands as well. So you get opportunities coupled with your own data analyst to move forward. So these are things like trends and patterns that we're seeing, where we see the growth happening and where we'd like to see it grow, competitive advantages and consulting. So we can provide all of this through Copilot. So it is a really insightful tool. And like we said, we've already seen this make a big change in the lives of our franchise partners that are utilizing it. You can see here, Jessica Martin is the CMO at Payroll Vault that is utilizing our Copilot feature. And I'm really sorry for my voice, everyone. It's just getting worse. But one of the key advantages of this is that the solution is able to have up-to-date timing of reporting and insights, and that way they can address their franchisees and make changes to their policies, practices, and marketing strategies. So it's not something that you're just looking at and saying, okay, that was a great dashboard and moving on. You're actually taking the dashboard, having recommendations there, and able to create and craft policies in one go. So it's really quite simple and effective to utilize. And that's why it's a co-pilot, because it is there to help you and assist what you need at any time.